Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Everyone, welcome from the Clay Cooper Show, the two-time female vocalist of the year and a mainstay in the Branson entertainment scene for more than 20 years. Here to sing the national anthem, Carrie Garrison.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the president of NATAS, Chris Ketz.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 47th Annual NATAS Mid-America Gala. This is my first gala as president of your chapter, and I can't tell you how happy that I am that our chapter is back in Branson, the vacation capital not just of the Ozarks, not just of the state of Missouri, but it's a destination drawing people from all over the country, really all over the world, and now the official vacation destination of your Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. All right, how about a big round of applause for the staff here at the Convention Center? Yes. And especially the Branson Convention and Visitors Bureau and the great people over at Silver Dollar City. It is so great to have all of you with us tonight. Your support of this chapter is second to none, and we can't thank you enough for rolling out the red carpet for us once again this year and in years past. And thanks also to Linweddle Winery for their generous contributions this evening. And we would also like to thank all of our sponsors, all of our vendors, and especially all of our volunteers that make all of this possible, in particular Lynn Berry and Branson CVB, Dalton Fisher and Silver Dollar City, and of course your dinner wine provided this evening by Linweddle Winery, Men's Warehouse, the Mansion Theater, Marching Band, Parkview Lassies, school volunteers, the College of the Ozarks, Aaron Hayes, your students just killed it tonight, and we certainly could not do this event without you, and the students tonight here from Harding University, especially Missouri State University and Mizzou. How about a nice round of applause for all of these people tonight? And let us recognize and thank our NATAS Mid-America Board of Governors for all of their hard work, not just tonight, but certainly all year long. And I would like all of our Board of Governors to please stand and a round of applause for their hard work tonight. And one more round of applause for our terrific chapter executive, Maggie Eubanks, from the home office in St. Louis, yes. And Tom Rogers from KSDK, 5 on your side in St. Louis, who is producing the gala once again tonight. And our wonderful, wonderful production crew. They are hard at work. Thanks to all of you so much tonight. I also want to take a moment and certainly congratulate all of the nominees who are here tonight. Your continued chase for excellence is why we are all here tonight, and you're what the Emmys are all about, celebrating the very best in what we do. No matter what happens tonight, be very proud of what you've done to get here, because it is truly a very big deal. And thanks to all of you who have judged our regional contests from chapters all over the country. I want all of you to take a moment and recognize these people whose names are in your program this evening. We appreciate your hard work more than you will ever know. So we have another exciting night ahead, including the induction of 3 broadcast legends into our NATAS Silver Circle. We will be hearing from each one of them tonight. And once again this year, we want all of our Emmy winners this evening, once you hear your name, come straight to the stage, receive your Emmy, and then immediately head backstage, where you'll be able to take all the time you need to send out on social media an acceptance speech. Don't forget to have your photos taken to remember this night forever, and certainly to make sure that we do this to bring this evening to a comfortable end, so that we can all head to the NATAS Mid-America after party upstairs. So consider this your invitation to join us later tonight. So again, congratulations on being here. We wish you all the best of luck tonight, and with that, it is on with the show. And now, to honor and celebrate Mid-America professionals of tomorrow, our Education Chairman, John Paul. JP?
Thank you, Chris. It will be an exciting night tonight. There's anxiety and hope in this room. There's enthusiasm and anticipation. Good luck to everyone tonight. It is my honor, as the head of the Education Committee for NATAS Mid-America, to honor and celebrate the professionals of tomorrow. These award-winning high school and college students that are taking the stage tonight are worth just a few moments of your attention for their accomplishments, their awards, and especially for their academic scholarship. Part of the mission of Mid-America chapter is to educate, to mentor, to reward, to train, and to encourage high school students in the region and college students in the region. The Emmys, of course, are the gold standard for professionals, and they are the gold standard for students, too. You can see the complete list of student winners and more about our scholarship recipients in your program. Please take time to look through those. I'm asking each of the recipients who are on stage with us tonight, and not everyone who is a recipient of an award or scholarship is with us tonight, but when they do, I'm asking them to give the Queen wave, to everybody out there, so you can see who they are and see their faces. I want you to meet them and see them in person. And if you get a chance later tonight, shake hands with them. They're already a winner tonight. Our chapter presents merit-based scholarships to deserving college and high school-bound students and current college students. Tonight, we present scholarships in 3 areas, most of which are supported by your membership fees and private donations to the NATAS Mid-America Foundation. And by the way, if you haven't given a donation to the foundation, little or big, your NATAS Mid-America Foundation, I encourage you to do so, and I'm sure there's a way you can find the link to that. Let's go to the scholarship recipients first. Our first recipient is a recipient of the Hargrove Scholarship. She is a talented student from Western Illinois University. She's with us tonight. J.C. Dewar, and J.C., step out, and here she is. She's been listen to this. She's been an anchor, reporter, and producer at WIU TV3. She's also editor-in-chief at the student newspaper. So if you're a news director or an executive producer, you kind of want to get to know her. We have 2 winners of the Mid-America Scholarship specifically for journalism that honors broadcast legend Walter Cronkite, who is a native of our chapter from St. Joseph, Missouri. The first Cronkite recipient is not with us tonight. He's a senior at Eastern Illinois University, Andrew Coffey, is the recipient. He is a reporter, anchor, videographer, and storyteller at WEIU-TV. He writes for the student newspaper and will graduate in spring. The other Cronkite Scholarship winner is here, and you've already met her, J.C. Dewar. She's a senior at Western Illinois University. She is the first ever student to win 2 scholarships from your chapter. The scholarship evaluators said of her, she's that good. She's been an anchor, reporter, and of course producer and editor-in-chief at the newspaper. And you really do want to get to know her, along with our other scholarship recipients in our third area, and that's the Creative Arts recipients, Creative Arts Scholarship. And it goes for filmmaking, video, and production. 2 of those Creative Art recipients are with us tonight. The first, Lily Icehold. Lily is here. There she is. She's a freshman at the University of Arkansas and a recent graduate of Hillcrest High, just up the road in Springfield. In addition to working with the often honored Hillcrest High TV show, she created and produced the HTV Short Doc segment, which regularly covered difficult subjects through the words and reflections of people most affected by issues such as trafficking, sexual assault, drive-by shootings, and teenage obesity. You better get to know her too. The other Creative Arts recipient is Alyssa Farrar. She's a senior from Missouri State University. She was not able to be with us tonight. Alyssa studies film and TV production with a minor in screenwriting. She'll graduate in spring. Now on to the college and high school award winners in our region. These winners are holding their shiny crystal pillars tonight. That's what they win for their awards. They'll take those home with them. That's for their productions of news productions, sports, videography, magazine shows, coverage of live events, and of course writing. Crystal Pillar represents the very best student award that NATAS can give. So Crystal winners with us tonight, from Harding University, Morgan Wrigley is here. She's accepting for one of her classmates, Kendall Moshinsky. From the University of Illinois, Manu Ferreira and J. Sidney Malone are here. Winners from College of the Ozarks, Eric Avey, Clancy Callahan, Matthew Clark, Bethany French, Jaden Lester, David Missoula. Abby Johnson is here, accepting for Abby Riffle, and Autumn Garrett is here, accepting for Sienna Romines. Their instructor is Aaron Hayes. High school winners with us tonight from Harbor High in Springdale, Arkansas, Alexei Vargas and Cesar Batras. They're here. From Bryant High School in Bryant, Arkansas, Nick Gibbs, Carson Hobson, Chelsea Jensen, Taylor Dissinger, and their teacher is Michael Westbrook. Award winners from Fayetteville High School in Arkansas, Taylor Barnes. And the teacher, John Gossett, is here. Hillcrest High, up the road in Springfield, Missouri. Lily Icehold is an award winner. You met her in her scholarship. Lauren Jackson, Kaylee Jasper, Holton Pyle, Abby Phillips, Kaylee Davis, Chloe Cochran, Shelby Epperly, Emily Klettfelder, and their teacher, the well-known Dave Davis. From Ladue Horton Watkins High in St. Louis, Lizzie Esther is a winner. Her teacher's with her, Don Goble. So first of all, I want to thank you for giving a few minutes to celebrate these professionals of tomorrow. Please, one big round of applause for all of the winners and scholarships, winners on stage. And I ask you, if you see them tonight, shake hands with them, pat them on the back, congratulate them personally. You'll make their night. You really will. Have fun.
Fall in the Ozarks is finally here, and so is Silver Dollar City's grandest harvest festival. Fun-filled days of crafts, rides, and music get even better after dark with Pumpkins in the City, now bigger than ever. Come explore and savor more hours of fun and fall. Plan your visit today at silverdollarcity.com and celebrate the season at America's #1 theme park.
Start a new tradition this Christmas aboard the Showboat Branson Belle with Santa's Pancakes and PJ's Cruise, complete with kids' activities, breakfast, and a show. Only on the Showboat Branson Belle.
better bring the chick around. To the sad, sad truth, the dirty low down. Taught her how to talk like that. Give that big idea. Nothing you can't handle, nothing you ain't got. Put your money on the table and drive it off the lot. Turn on that old love light, turn a baby to a yes. Same old schoolboy gang got you into this mess. Hey, son, better get on back to town. Face the sad old truth, the dirty law down. Put those ideas in your head. Have a Jones for this, Jones for that. This running with the Joneses, boy, just ain't where it's at. You're gonna come back around to the sad, sad truth, the dirty law down. Got you thinking like that, boy.
Only fools rushing, but I ain't here falling in love with you.
opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment. Did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality, oh, there goes gravity. Oh, give up, daddies, he know he won't have it, he knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter, he's sold the soul opera is told, it unfolds, I suppose his old partner, but the beat goes on. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better no more games, I'ma change what you call range. I've been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage, but I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Best believe somebody's paying the Pied Piper. All the pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5 and I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Parkview Lassies. Woo!
Welcome to the 2023 Mid-America Emmy Gala. Let's get it started.
Woo!
Take it away, girls. They are available if you want them to follow you around the rest of the evening. Hey, we did not introduce ourselves. At the risk of you guys saying, who the heck are these guys? I would like to introduce my friend Dana Powell. Dana.
Thank you.
You might recognize Dana from, oh yeah, wait. Sorry, yeah. So
Gotta
Dana
be
is a SAG member, and so you can't say, the rule is you can't say anything promotionally. So
We're on strike right now.
we're on strike. So
we're going to keep it very dull. Is that cool
Yeah.
with you guys?
Yeah. So here's Dana's credentials in a flat voice. You might recognize Dana from the TV show Modern Family.
That's correct.
She was also in the hit movie Bridesmaids.
That's correct.
Veep, Curb Your Enthusiasm, a bunch of different things. And she's from Springfield, Missouri. Dana Powell.
417. I would like to introduce you to my co-host for the evening, Mr. Jeff Houghton. You might, yes, absolutely. You might recognize Jeff from The Mystery Hour, a very successful late-night talk show. You also might recognize Jeff from the viral hit, Instagram Husband. Yes. And also, I may be mistaken, but I believe you've won a few of these awards before.
Yes. Oh yeah, and you may be saying to yourselves, well, Dana is an actress. What does she have to do? There's a lot of news categories and stuff, but actually, Dana has experience behind a news desk. Check this out.
Oh no. Oh no!
My name is Dana Powell, and this is HTV Magazine for December 1992.
And I'm Ryan Niven. Tonight we begin with a story about some folks who are pitching in to make this holiday season brighter.
Reporter Sunny Shelton and cameraman Shane Follis take a look at some organizations who think this is the season for giving.
Oh my gosh.
There she is.
Y'all, I was wearing my dad's sweater.
Legit did not know we were going to be doing this. All right, so those of you that have been here before know that this evening can be long, and so you're like, well, I wish you guys would be quiet. But we know that, and in recognition of that, this is the second year in a row that there won't be speeches for the winners, but we still want to celebrate you, and we still want you to have your moment. The speeches just had a tendency to add to the length of the program, right? For example, many of us know legendary newsman and former Mid-America Emmy president Steve Grant from KY3 in Springfield, Missouri. Here's a picture of Steve. This is him immediately after the Emmy ceremony last year. What's remarkable is this is a picture of him taken right before the Emmy ceremony last year.
Oh, wow. Very long.
Also, you know, not all of the Emmy acceptance speeches were A-plus material, and you all have busy lives, and you don't need to be subject to the nonsensical nonsense, like my first time winning. Check this out.
I should not be up here. And we were horrible. I shouldn't be talking right now. We were not good. I'm stopped now. Where do I go? This way?
It's important that you all leave here with your dignity. So, Dana?
All right, so Jeff is going to give us an example, and what we want here tonight is for you to come up to the catwalk, like Jeff is doing now, receive your Emmy. Receive your Emmy, Jeff. I'll wait for him. He's coming up to receive his Emmy. Mug to the camera. See, he's a professional there. Mug a little bit, and then make your way off stage. So, walk up, receive your Emmy, mug to the camera, and have fun.
Okay, so in recognition that we want you to still have a moment to thank everybody who helped you get here, we're all going to give one big speech together. Okay? So it's going to appear on the screen. Go ahead and follow along with us.
Yeah.
Everybody, go ahead and say it. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, wow! Thank you so much. I am so excited.
First, let me say to the others nominated in my category, you were all worthy of winning. It's an honor to be mentioned with you. I'd like to thank my station. I get to work with every day such inspiring colleagues, especially. This job is not an easy one, so I couldn't do it without such great support at home from, and of course, my little furry friend. I can still remember as a little, hoping one day to get to do what I do now. It's an honor. You love me. You really love me. Great job, everybody. Great job. Remember, this is a great night and where we celebrate the work you're doing. So let's get it started.
We're honored to kick off the 2023 Emmy Awards by presenting our first category. Anchor News. And the nominees are
Chris Ketz, KMBC.
Dia Wall, KSHB.
Kevin Holmes, KSHB.
And Donna Pittman, KMBC.
And the Emmy goes to...
And this was a classic Super Bowl match.
Dia Wall!
It's ever gone down to the wire like this before.
She just wants none of it. All right, it's severe weather aware this week.
You better watch out for lightning strikes. You know they say that's what happens when you start telling the story. Control centers in the U.S. are receiving more calls of kids accidentally eating edibles. A study published this week shows those calls rising more than 1,300%. You may remember.
Congratulations, Dia. These are the nominees for team coverage.
Central Arkansas Tornado, KATV.
Amtrak train derailment, KSHB.
Flash flooding, KSDK.
And the Emmy goes to
Amtrak train derailment, KSHB.
Breaking news on KSHB 41 News starts right now.
Our team is out in Minden to bring you team coverage.
Leslie Dellascore is live at the scene, and Dan Cohen learned the latest information from police just within the last half hour.
Now, again, we have extensive coverage on this accident that occurred here earlier today, so continue to stick with KSHB 41 News, live near Minden.
If that guy keeps coming up all the
He's
time.
won every award so far, yes. You're great.
These are the nominees for the category of continuing coverage.
Unsupported Amazon tornado tragedy, KMOV.
KMBC 9 investigates Kansas Highway Patrol, KMBC.
What happened in Westport, KSHB.
And the Emmy goes to Unsupported Amazon Tornado Tragedy, KMOV.
911 calls capture cries for help. We know OSHA is investigating. That report is due in June. Amazon tells us there's currently a comprehensive forensic examination of the building that's being done. The lawsuit also names Contegra Construction, the developer, 2 engineering firms, and a design group. When news...
And we have... These are the nominees for Breaking News, Spot News, Multiple Reports. South City High School Shooting, KMOV. CVPA School Shooting, KTVI. Bridge Collapse, October 26, 2022, KMBC. Minden Train Derailment, KMBC. And we have 2 Emmy winners in this category. CVPA School Shooting, KTVI.
We have some breaking news from South St. Louis at this hour. Video from earlier this morning when officers first started to arrive at Central Visual and Performing Arts. Some were running into the school, others were walking out.
Actually recorded audio of the gunshots. This is Zaria. Tell me what it was like when you heard that and what happened next.
Well, I mean, at first, it was going good in the day, and I guess the principal chose the right day to do a hall sweep.
All right, here's a live picture now on the ground. These are parents and guardians reuniting with their children. I want to confirm with the control room that I'm accurate here. This is 5101 McCree. This is Gateway.
And bridge collapse, October 26, 2022, KNBC.
KNBC 9 News starts with breaking news.
Crews are at the scene of a deadly bridge collapse. I'm Laura Moritz.
We are being kept back away from that scene right now, which you can see behind me, a slew of emergency vehicles. I'm going to step out of the way. They're down closer to the...
In the category of environment or science news, the nominees are Planting Seeds of Change, KTHV, Tontitown's landfill concerns, KNWA, Losing a Legacy, Arkansas's duck decline, KTHV, Talking Trash, KCTV, and the Emmy goes to Losing a Legacy, Arkansas's duck decline, KTHV.
Very concerned. A lot of the chemical region level habitat that's provided is based on rainwater during the fall.
Fortunately for hunters, record flooding in the Delta midway through the season would eventually ease the droughts, leading to ducks following the decreased spreads all throughout the Great Prairie. Ducks aren't eating rice, they're likely eating acorns, and while improved farming techniques are already limited.
For environmental or science short-form content, the nominees are Short Takes, Caught on Camera, Insects Edition, University of Arkansas. Wheelchair of the Future, The Ballbot, University of Illinois, Beckman Institute. 3,000 Barrels, a decade since the Mayflower oil spill, KTHV. Places to be Wild, Fourth Wall Films. Our World by Degrees, Into the Wild, Washington University. And the Emmy goes to 3,000 Barrels, a decade since the Mayflower oil spill, KTHV.
There's a pipeline that is busted and it's flooded the neighborhood.
We're here trying to make sure that we get it stopped before it gets into the lake.
The initial thought was, how bad was it? And how do we stop the spill? You've already got some spill, but we've got to stop the continuation.
You were dealing with people.
And now the nominees in the news writing category. Mike Bush, KSDK. Mike Colombo, KTVI. And the Emmy goes to Mike Bush, KSDK.
At the corner of Merchant and 3rd in downtown St. Genevieve, they're putting the good in Good Morning.
Hello.
But this cafe's secret ingredient isn't what they're serving, but who's serving it.
Here you go, sir. Is there anything else I can get for you? Hello.
Common Grounds opened in 2019.
We have these, and we also have our holiday flavors.
With the specific intention of
Our next individual craft category is for writing for a program, long or short form content. And the nominees are Kyle Haas, The Symphony of the Season, KSHB. Caleb Bishop, Was the Night Before Christmas, Kansas City Chiefs. Aptipa Magbango, Kansas City Chiefs. Paul Shankman, and the Emmy goes to Paul Shankman.
King Kong Brody.
Jake Knifsky, The Hawk, Gorgeous George, Bobo Lucille, Dick the Bruiser.
It was part opera and part soap opera, full of arm twists and plot twists. For almost a quarter century, thousands of St. Louisans had a weekly appointment with their television sets to watch a madcap morality play based on a sport with no season, no scoring.
Next, the nominations for the craft category of Anchor Weather. Chris Higgins, Extreme Weather with Chris Higgins, KTVI. Kevin Leidy, The Show Must Go On, WCIA. Todd Yakubian, KATV. Dan Scoff, Dan Scoff Takes You Further, KFTA. Scott Connell, KSDK. And the Emmy goes to Todd Yakubian, KATV.
Tomorrow, Thursday, stay weather aware, get the KTV weather app. What are the threats? Damaging winds, 58 miles per hour. We think that's close to a medium threat. Hail, large hail, 1 inch in diameter, almost the same, almost a medium.
Our next Emmy is for Business Consumer News. The nominees are He Kept the Money, KYTV. Going 360, High Price of Eggs, KSHB. The Wild Wild West of NIL, KSHB. Sour Grapes in Missouri's Wine Country, KMOV. He Did It Again, KYTV. And the Emmy goes to He Kept the Money, KYTV.
Take advantage of my daughter's death and timely death and just take advantage of us during this difficult time just to purely promote his business.
That's not the intention at all. And I'm sorry if she feels that way.
A family member started this GoFundMe page.
Gotta see the color in your eyes. You're telling myself I'm gonna be alright. Without you, baby, is a waste of time.
Our next Emmy is for Business Consumer Short Form Content up to 10 minutes. The nominees are SAP to Syrup, HEC. St. Louis Business Delegation Lufthansa's inaugural direct flight to Frankfurt, HEC. Be Pro, Be Proud, Tyson, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Be Pro, Be Proud, Tyson, Arkansas PBS.
The Arkansas workforce is shrinking. The demand for hard-working, skilled technicians is higher than ever. The opportunity for young people to find steady, engaging work is growing. The path to a bright future is at your feet. Let's start building tomorrow's workforce on Be Pro, Be Proud, Path to Success. Your day is over.
These are the nominees for Education Schools News. Training for Cyber Attacks, KSHB. Going 360, Standardized Testing, KSHB. For Whom the School Bell Tolls, KTVI. Secluded in Secret, KSDK. Banning books. Are certain books being removed from Arkansas schools? KTHV. And the Emmy goes to Secluded in Secret, KSDK.
This is Healing. Soft. For 16-year-old Frankie Bono.
Do you have that side brushed well?
Is she soft? Right now, she's suing her son's former school district, Francis Howell, for...
These are the nominees for Education Schools Short Form Content. Jackie Bloomer, Innovative Greenville 6th and 7th grade science teacher, HEC. 125 years of progress, Tree9 Films. Making, Missouri School of Blacksmithing, KMOS. chock full of inspiration, North Kansas City School District Media. And the Emmy goes to Making, Missouri School of Blacksmithing, KMOS.
I opened the Missouri School of Blacksmithing in 2016. There had not been a blacksmithing school in Missouri, or for that matter, the Midwest, for several years. There was a definite need for quality instruction on blacksmithing, someplace where people could come and do a intensive hands-on class.
Here are the nominees in the category of Feature News Report, Light Feature, Single or Multiple Reports. Special Friendship, KSDK. Heat It Up, KTHV. Ozarks Life, KY3 KSPR. Mr. Nate's Dinner, KOMU. And the Emmy goes to Special Friendship, KSDK.
But when they met that day at the Rays game, Chloe quickly became Brett's favorite.
I thought I was talking to the wrong person.
Here are the nominees in the category of News Feature, Serious Feature, Single Report or Multiple Reports, TikTok Boom, The Consequences of Endless Entertainment, KTHV, Love and Locomotives, KFVS, What's Your Story, KNOE, Behind the Badge, KTBS, It's Not If, It's When, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Behind the Badge, KTBS.
Would constantly tell me how much you love me. You won't give me a hug. You're my best friend.
Then, a few hours after this selfie, a beautiful Sunday afternoon, a visit to the grandparents' house.
The next category is for an interview or discussion, short form or long form content, and the nominees are Javier Zamora's Solito, HEC, One Small Step, Overflow, Sally Hepworth, Marriage and Murder, HEC, Heart of the Matter, Episode 27, KMBC, Dolly Parton Interview, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Javier Zamora's Toledo, HEC.
El Salvador's 12-year bloody civil war forced many of its people to escape the Central American country during the 1980s. Javier Zamora's parents were among those who fled. In 1999, at the age of 9, his parents paid a network of smugglers called Coyotes to bring him to their new life in California.
We used the same person that brought my mom over here in 1995.
The reader feels Zamora's 9-year-old innocence and fears.
And now to the next category for excellence in newscast, morning or daytime markets, 1 to 49. And our nominees are Chiefs Reach the Mountaintop, KCTV, Snow and the Super Bowl, KMBC, Today in St. Louis, KSDK. Our Emmy Award goes to Chiefs Reach the Mountaintop, KCTV.
And the Kansas City Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57. In our offense, we found a way.
Blood, sweat, and tears going in, every day, every week.
And on top of that, next time the Chiefs say...
These are the nominees for a daily news report, single shift. Vincent Parks Law, KTHV. Johnny Cash Flow, KTHV. He's kind of got lake fever, KMBC. Len Dawson, Super Bowl I video, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to Johnny Cash Flow, KTHV.
Kingsland, Arkansas, the birthplace of Johnny Cash, only has about 300 people who are all talking about one thing.
That's the biggest news in Kingsland.
Last week, someone shot the tower, springing a small leak that's causing big problems.
Well, we're losing about 30,000 gallons of water per day.
But it certainly walks the line between comedy and vandalism, even though the
Next are the nominees for our category of Hard News Report, no production time limit. Working for You, Samantha Story, KARK. Names, Not Numbers, KLRT. Patty Pruitt, 36 years and counting, KCTV. And the Emmy goes to Names, Not Numbers, KLRT.
Jaden Shackelford. My soul is still shattered. Lawrence Parker. I suffer with a lot of pain every day. Charles Willis.
It's still really surreal that he's not going to come walking through that door.
The names you just heard are only 18 of the more than...
Now the nominees for an informational, instructional program, short-form content. Making, Dale Hollow Winery, KMOS. How Exclusion and Bullying Affect Teen Girls, University of Illinois, Beckman Institute. Cool Careers Wind Turbine Technician, New Boston Creative Group. And the Emmy goes to How Exclusion and Bullying Affect Teen Girls, University of Illinois, Beckman Institute.
Teenage years are a time when we see increases in mental health problems like anxiety and depression. During the teenage years, we see all the physical changes associated with puberty. There's significant reorganization in the brain, changes in the dynamics.
We now have the honor of presenting the Emmy for an informational program, long-form content. Our nominees are Head for the Cure feature, Nick Vaughn. Warning Signs, Lincoln's Response to Rising Tensions in the 1850s, The Storyteller Studios. Carl Lutz, 9 PBS. And the Emmy goes to Warning Signs, Lincoln's Response to Rising Tensions in the 1850s, The Storyteller Studios.
The 1850s was a time of great political crisis for the country. You've got violence everywhere as the nation is just fracturing over this issue of slavery. You have people shooting each other and chopping their heads open with broadswords. In the US.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we...
These are the nominees in the craft category of News Editor. Randy Schwenker, KSDK. Turner Twyman, KMBC. Nathan Vickers, L Cuts for the W, KCTV. Chase Lucas, Game Over, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Turner Twyman, KMBC.
In the beginning, there was just a blank page, illustrations to be filled in, like edges of a picture.
The idea will be to make the front of the building look
And now the nominees for editor, short-form or long-form content. Nick Rua, Here We Go, SLU basketball intro video, Rival Studios. Terrell Case, Sport Traits, Behind the Lens, Arkansas PBS. Daniel Luxa, Kansas City Chiefs. Eric White, Songs Away, Arkansas PBS. Greg Tong, Kansas City Chiefs. AJ Meadows, Here for the Journey, Cool Fire Studios. Lucas Boyd, Kansas City Chiefs. And the Emmy goes to Greg Tonga, Kansas City Chiefs.
In this league, you don't always get a shot of redemption. But here we are. This season, we faced adversity with resilience, overcame the crushing weight of expectations, and reminded everybody what the Kansas City Chiefs are all about.
To win the game in overtime.
All to end up right back where we wanted to be.
Shirley Washington is most deserving of this award. She has an impressive body of work. Here are some of the highlights.
There was some speculation that the new contract would not be ratified, but that was merely speculation.
They are trying to keep people out of this area as this is an incredibly dangerous situation at this time. We don't know if there could be another explosion.
Big birthday day today.
Every day is someone's birthday.
That's exactly right.
And most of us pay little attention to the surveillance cameras all around us while in public. The fact is, they can play a major role in the fight against terrorism.
And we're going to circle around for about an hour or so, and yes, I will be flying the plane.
Oh, man. That aircraft contains Fox 4's Shirley Washington. Are you about to take off, Shirley? Oh, my gosh.
And I have to tell you, this is absolutely awesome. This is quite an experience. It's an awful lot of fun, very peaceful, and quite serene up here.
Community giant dumpsters like this one are strategically placed. He said when he first arrived here with his wife, they wanted to sit in the restaurant, but it was too crowded. I can tell you it is starting to feel like a victory party here at Obama headquarters in Grant Park in downtown Chicago. The debate was heated and contentious from the very beginning, with both candidates accusing the other of being disrespectful and disingenuous. Tonight's debate is being simulcast in St. Louis and in Kansas City. This is one of the events that you must attend. I tell you, it is so much fun. Some of the members of the council have described you as being an ineffective leader, a failed leader. How do you respond to that? First on Fox, public anger over the fatal shooting of a teenager during an encounter with a Ferguson police officer spills into Ferguson streets. We are looking at a live picture from Street Fox, and it looks like people are looting a tire store.
Joy was a firecracker. She made me feel like a rock star.
Did you ever imagine in your wildest dreams that you would see yourself in this moment at this time right now?
Never.
Information posts to Facebook and to Twitter can help identify areas where the virus is spreading.
346, 295 hourly.
Research shows there could be a shortage of 130,000 doctors, including surgeons and primary care physicians, within the next decade. And I think it's safe to say that no one does opening day in baseball like St. Louis. How many of you guys watch Fox 2 News in the evening?
I wanted to surprise Shirley and let you know that you will be receiving the Silver Circle Award this year at the NATAS Mid-America Emmy Award. Congratulations, Shirley.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Really? Wow! Thank you so much. That's amazing. I have to tell you, that was one of the sweetest announcements, sweetest surprises that I have ever had. I am still trembling. Mandy made that announcement, I believe, 3 months ago, and I'm still going, ah! It's incredible. I have to tell you, one of my favorite quotes by Oprah Winfrey simply states, "Find your passion and you will find your purpose." I found my passion for broadcast journalism when I was a student at Southern Illinois University at Carbondale. That's where I studied news writing, reporting, and anchoring. That is also where I anchored for WSIU television station and WSIU radio. I secured my first job out of college as a photographer at WAND TV in Decatur, Illinois. We got some WAND family members in the house. Now let me tell you, to be clear, I was not a photographer, but I accepted the position because I wanted to work in television news. And quite frankly, I did not have another opportunity. So let me tell you how things went. I went out with the chief photographer who trained me my first week. By the end of the week, I was sent out on my first assignment to shoot a news conference with a politician. My chief photographer gave me step-by-step instructions on how to operate my camera and equipment, which I wrote down in a reporter notebook and went on my way. When I arrived at the news conference, whipped out my notebook, followed the instructions step by step, shot the news conference, went back to the station floating on a cloud. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to see my work on the evening news. When I tell you, I strutted into that newsroom, walking with a confident swagger, beaming with pride, left my tape on the assignment desk, then went to an edit bay to practice editing. I'm sitting in the edit bay, and I hear this commotion in the hallway, and I said to myself, somebody must be in trouble. And it wasn't until I heard my news director call my name that I knew that somebody was me. He walked into the edit bay, popped my videotape into the machine, pressed play, and when the video that I shot appeared in the monitors, my jaw dropped. My heart was beating so fast in my chest, I thought it was going to run right out. The video was pink and green. The audio was dropping in and out. The politician was poorly framed, and in some cases wasn't in the frame. I was mortified. My news director looked at me and he's scratching his head and he said, "What happened?" And I'm scratching my head because I had no idea. I said, I couldn't even find my voice to express that. I couldn't find my voice to articulate. I had followed the instructions that I'd written down in my notebook step by step. I didn't know what happened. I was so disappointed and so disconcerted. When I went to see the chief engineer, he had my camera ripped apart, all of the pieces spread out on his table at his workstation. And he's just tinkering with the parts and pieces, and he said, "Well, Shirley, the color modules burned out in your camera. That explains the pink and green video." He said, "There is a short in your mic cable. That explains the audio dropping in and out." He stopped tinkering, and he looked at me. He said, "Now that politician, you know, the one that was poorly framed and in some cases wasn't in the frame," he said, "that's on you. That's on you." Those 3 words resonated with me. It made a big impact on me. You see, in that moment, I realized that if I was going to turn the corner and become a photographer, it was imperative that I learn how to shoot and make striving for excellence and performing at an optimum level the cornerstone of my strategy for success. I called my professor at SIU, explained what happened, and he's trying to walk me back from the ledge, saying everything's going to be all right. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I ruined the lead story. He said, "Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you some books on photography. I want you to read them from cover to cover. I want you to take your camera out every chance you get, and you practice those techniques that you read in the books. Be intimate with your camera. Know what that camera can and cannot do." You know what I did? followed his advice. And it wasn't long before I became a photographer who didn't need instructions on how to shoot and how to operate my gear. It wasn't long before I was so successful as a photographer that I got promoted to a one-man band. And for all of the young journalists in the house, that's equivalent to an MMJ. One-man band. We did it all, right? But I can tell you, I learned so many lessons from that one experience, including the importance of learning from my mistakes, being willing to listen, and to take initiative. I went on to work at several television stations across the country, using those lessons that I learned to build a foundation for my career. Along the way, I found my voice, and I used it to tell stories. Stories that held people accountable, stories that gave voice to the voiceless, stories that gave hope to the hopeless. I discovered my perspectives, my principles, and my mere presence have value. And I learned the value of being a mentor, of being a team player, of being a contributor in the newsroom and in the community. And so tonight I can stand here and I can tell you that I am grateful for my professors. I am grateful for my mentors who invested time in me and helped me navigate my career. Those professors, those mentors also underscored the significance of storytelling, including protecting the integrity of the story, protecting the journalists who tell the story, and protecting a free and independent press. I would like to thank the NATAS Mid-America Emmys for this honor, everyone who supported me throughout the process, and the judges who voted for me. I would also like to thank everyone who has played a role in my career, then and now, including my general manager, Kurt Kruger, my news director, Audrey Prywich, my colleagues, some of them are here tonight, my amazing colleagues, I thank you all so much, including Elliot Davis, Jasmine Huda, Chris Higgins, Mandy Murphy, Glenn Zimmerman, and Martin Kilcoyne. And I named them specifically because I share the anchor desk with them or have shared the anchor desk with them. And I know how close we are as teammates. And so I thank you so much for that. I also want to thank members of my family. Some of them are here tonight. Stand up so they can see your beautiful faces. You're all dressed up. My husband, my son, my sisters, my brothers, my niece, I thank you all so much for your love and for your support, and for my amazing husband, who has, see, this is why you don't talk about your amazing husband, has been with me on this journey. From the very beginning, lifts me up, loves me, and supports me no matter what. And I'm a handful, I'm gonna tell you. And last but certainly not least, I thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
I got a whole lot of dreams. I had a job and lost it, but it won't get to me. 'Cause I'm riding with my baby. It's a brand new day.
Wow. A standing ovation for us. Thank you. That's too much. Don't you guys just kind of want to stop the evening and have Shirley just tell stories?
Oh my goodness, amazing.
That's awesome. All right, how you guys doing? You doing okay? Good? Yeah? Good. I wanted to make a quick confession and have Dana tell us who her crush was when she was growing up.
This night is filled with surprises. I just want to say that I believe that Steve Grant is doing an excellent job doing voiceover tonight, and I would like to publicly profess my undying love for him. Steve Grant was my first crush, him and Scotty from Star Trek, so thank you so much, Steve Grant, for all of your FaceTime, the wonderful little girl fantasies you gave me, and I think you're an amazing man. It's true.
All right, let's take a moment to thank Erin Hayes and her students for helping out with the awards on stage and backstage. Yes. Also, we're not just playing music, there's an actual DJ stage back there. Our DJ tonight is Matt Duncan from Artistry Entertainment Agency. There he is, look at him.
Woo-woo! Thank you, Matt.
He's held against his will. All right.
No.
There he is.
How we doing?
Oh, he's mic'd up. He can talk to us.
Okay.
It's like a real DJ.
They turned it on. It's amazing.
All right, let's keep it moving. Here are the nominees for Weathercast.
Winter storm forecast, KHBS, KHOG.
Severe weather preparedness, WDAF.
Flash flood emergency, KTVI.
And the Emmy goes to
Severe weather preparedness, WDAF.
Meteorological spring is here, and while the first official day of spring is coming up on the 20th, now is the time to start really thinking ahead to severe weather season.
So, let's talk about your severe weather plan. I'm going to bring in Pat and Christelle this morning to test their knowledge. Now, we're going to take the basement out of the equation here. So I would like you to identify the spots when we slice this house open, the safest place to be.
Here are the nominees for military news. Reunited with her father's bronze medal, KSHB. Mission accomplished. Veteran burial approved, KSDK. Rosie's revival, KMBC. Ukraine's fight hits home, KOMU. A Marine's mother, 1 year later, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to Reunited with her father's bronze medal, KSHB.
When Kelly Maddox thinks about her father's time in the Army.
He was affected by his time in Vietnam. So many people sacrificed their life. He was very proud of his time there, I think, as he got older, but he definitely didn't talk about it enough.
When the
And now the Emmy for Live Reporter. The nominees are David Amoletti, KMOV. Travis Cummings, KSDK. Chris Bryant, KMIZ. Jamie Weiss, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to Chris Bryant, KMIZ.
Right now, if you guys need Viewers Championship gear, Academy Sports here in Columbia, they will be open until the last customer comes through these doors.
And now the nominees for musical composition or arrangement. Brent Johnson, Cool Fire Studios. Randall Raymond, Will. Steve Lee, Cortland Clement, and Joshua Moore, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Steve Lee, Cortland Clement, and Joshua Moore, Arkansas PBS.
Super duper power you can use. Just open your mind. Just open your heart. Just open your mouth and songs away. Songs away. Let it out with
These are the nominees for graphic arts, motion graphics, and visual effects. Vlad Sarkakov, 90 Degrees West. Greg Mobley, Arkansas PBS. And Eric White, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Vlad Sarkakov, 90 Degrees West.
Full speed ahead!
Ready to explore today?
Yeah!
Let's go.
For children, imagination is effortless. That inspires us to innovate, to personalize care, and push the boundaries of children's medicine.
Now here's today's mission, Noah.
You got this.
One small step, Noah.
Sleep tight, more adventures tomorrow.
And now the nominees for live special event coverage. Yo-Yo Ma and Carrie Mae Weems' performance, Arkansas PBS. Guns N' Hoses Live, St. Louis Guns N' Hoses Boxing Association. America's Birthday Parade, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to America's Birthday Parade, KMOV.
Welcome our Let Freedom Ring performers.
This next category is for magazine program. Our nominees are The Place, broadcasting from River Bluff Cave, KY3 KSPR. Spotlight, Cinema St. Louis, the Morgenthals and Harriet Tubman, HEC. Living St. Louis, 9 PBS. Spotlight, The Waterman, Elizabeth Keckley and the Labyrinths. And our Emmy goes to Living St. Louis, 9 PBS.
What started out with these guys as a big idea has turned into a big deal. And bragging rights, well, when it comes to flags, St. Louis has a winner thanks to this guy.
This is long distance.
And back to 314, we wanted to know when, how, and why the area code. And we made just the right connection. It's all next on Living St. Louis.
Yeah, you see that my behavior's unacceptable. Condescending, unnecessary, critical. Have the tendency of getting very physical. So watch your step, cause if I do, you need a miracle. You dream me dying, make me wonder why I'm even here.
Next, the nominations for an investigative report single story. Fox 16 investigates Luring Him Out, KLRT. Witness Unprotected, KMOV. Nursing Home Nightmares, KSHB. Euthanized by Mistake, KSDK. And the Emmy goes to Euthanized by Mistake, KSDK.
Amazon shares their story and a warning for other families.
Her husband brought Daisy here to St. Louis County's Animal Care and Control. It's part of the county's health department, responding to everything from stray dogs to bite cases.
First, I thought, well, they'd moved her somewhere else for quarantine, and I asked her what she meant, and she just said, she's dead.
Yeah. Feel it, baby.
Here are the nominations for an investigative report, multiple reports. Indicted, Backdoor Deals Exposed, KSHB. KMBC 9 investigates, KCKPS Violence in Schools, KMBC. The Mystery of Nicole Mallet, KSHB. When the Evidence is Wrong, KCTV. 9/11 Nightmare, Nurses Under Attack, KSDK. And the Emmy goes to KMBC 9 investigates KCKPS violence in school.
Right, Chris, we spoke to former officer Maria Alexis Sanoa the day she resigned from her job at Wyandotte High School, December 13th.
Nobody was hearing what I was saying. Nobody's hearing the parents.
Last August,
The grace and talent of Lisa Rose in Missouri television spans more than 43 years. She started in 1980 at KODE in Joplin as a general assignment reporter and co-anchor. Then the role she's most known for in Springfield at KY3.
County officials say they hope by putting this area on city water, it will prevent that.
Since 1984, she's been here every step of the way.
Was it difficult? You know you're the object of one of the longest manhunts in Missouri.
As police cross state lines to hunt for a murderer.
I got the sense, too, from the book that you were disappointed in yourself at times.
With lawmakers in D.C.
I was.
To history-making U.S. Supreme Court decisions.
The Cruzans come to Washington for a final answer.
From New York City.
The SMSU band has no ordinary position in this parade. They are the honor band.
To presidential political conventions.
It will be later this week before we know for sure how Jackson and Dukakis delegates from the Ozarks work together.
Her positive attitude and kindness have given her an uncanny ability to connect with viewers across the Ozarks.
Thank you, Wabla, for making KY3.
As Lisa has celebrated
and repeat your vows,
so have they.
Bind you together from this day forward.
People know, trust, and love Lisa.
No way.
Behind the scenes, she is the same. A quiet leader, a mentor for reporters and anchors. And her monthly series about prevention and treatment for breast cancer have saved lives.
Thank you to that. It saved my life.
Lisa Rose, icon of Springfield television, and a 2023 Silver Circle inductee. Congratulations from your KY3 family and the Mid-America Emmy Awards.
Wow.
I know a lot of you know Steve Grant from this organization because he's been such an integral part of it, and you probably recognized him voicing that reel. And I just have to say, you would not believe how the people came together in our newsroom for me, including Steve, and I thank him for this honor because I know he was part of it as well. But the two busiest people in our newsroom put that reel together just in the last week. That's my news director and our chief photographer. You all know how busy they are. And they still squeeze that in to bring all of those, a walk down memory lane together. Wasn't that wonderful to see all my hairstyles, makeup, and realize they were right. I shouldn't have done that on the air. It's so great to be with you tonight. And there are so many people here that I know, and I love it that people I can just walk into the bathroom and meet new people that I used to work out with. Just did that a while ago. So it's just such a wonderful feeling to have this feeling of community right here in the Branson-Springfield area. And I want to thank the Board of Governors of the Mid-America chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. What an honor to be recognized for staying with the career that has been such a blessing in my life. And I genuinely thank the Lord regularly that I was picked up from one path in college and set down on another one from a professor. I was in speech and drama, and I don't know if they decided I would be better on television. I had one professor say, you know, I could really see you as a local TV news anchor. And I thought later, why didn't she say network news anchor? But that's okay. You know, the thing is, like most young reporters and anchors, my intention initially was just to rise through the markets, get to a big city and those bigger stories, right? But there's something wonderful about getting to cover the community where you grew up, the people that you love. For the first 4 years of my career, I was able to do that in Joplin at KODE TV. And then for the last 39 years, I've been at KY3 in Springfield. And so many thanks to our general managers and our news directors through the years for keeping us on the cutting edge of technology and news gathering, because I'm telling you, it's what holds people to that station. It's what ties people to that station, because we have a lot of people who've been there for almost as long as I've done. And Steve has been there longer. I want you to know he's 10 years older than me. Everybody write that down. I saw the first ENG van roll into Joplin. I saw my first SNG truck roll into Springfield. And in Newsweek, back in the day at that Atlanta convention, we were in Newsweek magazine for having this row of satellite trucks from large markets from all over the country. And there was KY3 satellite truck right there allowing us to go ahead and cover that convention too. So I took a lot of that cutting edge technology for granted when I was so much younger. But as time went on, you better believe I realized just how hard our general manager, Brian McDonough, who's here tonight, fought for us to keep getting better, keep getting more training, and stay up with the changing times. He was the first one who said to me when he came to our station, "We're not just a TV station anymore." And wow, has that ever proven true for all of us. And then, of course, my news director, Bridget Lavelle, I think I've already mentioned her tonight. She worked tirelessly, especially during the COVID pandemic and then the subsequent worker shortage after that, to make us grow and become even better. And we have a wonderful staff now. What learning curves, though, we've all had through these last 4 decades, from new edit systems every few years to all the new ways that we're delivering the news now, my latest streaming adventures. I tell you what, they just keep coming. So whether you students that I've gotten to talk to a little bit tonight, and your teacher, by the way, we worked together back in 1984. Can you wave at me, Aaron? They told me that you were in the back of the room. I looked for you a while ago. It's so great to be in the same area, and we want to ask you to please continue feeding us students up to KY3. They've been great. But so many learning curves, from the new edit systems to the new streaming services. We're delivering news ways that I never expected back in 1980 when I started. And I want to tell you, students, whether you're at the beginning of your career or if you're in the middle or already looking forward to retirement, I challenge you to embrace the changes that keep coming and make peace with our daily stressors like deadlines and those technical issues that Shirley had referred to. Everybody knew where that was going, Shirley. It's happened to so many of us, knowing that we had a great video and get back to the station, and nothing. Well, they all add up, making a difference in our communities, growing as individuals and being able to overcome challenges to get that story on the air and on time. Because if you've ever missed a deadline, you know it doesn't work. One more thing before I leave you, perhaps the best piece of advice in this business I could ever give you, unless you're already married. And that's to find someone like my husband. Randy Rose has been with me through thick and thin for 25 years this year. Yeah. So my silver anniversary and my silver circle. He has embraced our KY3 viewers, sometimes literally, in the grocery store or while we're out on a date. They know Randy about as well as they know me. So I want to thank you, honey, for making my life easier at work and the best a girl could ask for at home. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage producers from 9 PBS in St. Louis, our chapter's National Emmy trustees, Anne-Marie Berger and Jim Kircher, to award the Michael Hartgrove Scholarship.
Yeah, since we just won an Emmy, I thought we could thank some people. No, never mind. Well, we do have the honor of presenting a very special scholarship that our chapter is awarding this year to a student studying media journalism and/or mass communications. It's named for our old boss, Michael Hartgrove, who passed away this past December. He was the longtime general manager of 9 PBS in St. Louis.
But more than that, Mike was our chapter's greatest supporter. He served as president, national trustee, and was instrumental in the transition from the days when chapters only covered major markets to the creation of today's regional chapters. He also generously donated station time, space, and often production services for the chapter and the annual Emmy galas.
We thank 9PBS for donating to the Michael Hargrove Scholarship this year to honor his contributions to our industry and to our chapter. It's being awarded to J.C. Dewar. J.C. is still out here somewhere. Come on up. This is the same exceptional student you've already heard about who received our Walter Cronkite Scholarship earlier this evening.
We congratulate her and know that Mike would be pleased and proud that in his name, this chapter is investing in the future of our industry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gotta get some good head nods.
Go ahead, you can keep that music going. Keep the music going for a second. We're getting to the good part.
Fun part coming. We can all do it. You know it.
Here it comes. Here we go. We got some dancers. Coming eventually.
It's gonna be a wave. It's gonna be a wave, you guys. Here it comes.
Here it is.
Don't get caught off guard.
Oh! There it is. Get it, Emmys. We are not invited back next year.
Thank you for having us.
All right, let's keep it moving. And now for the evening newscast category, Markets 100 Plus. We had one nomination.
And the Emmy goes to Region 8 News at 10 o'clock, KAIT.
News update now. New court documents reveal 2 people were shot at but not hit at a Brooklyn apartment Tuesday morning. It was breaking news on Good Morning Region 8. Well, changing the coverage, tonight those with Medicaid insurance could soon see some changes.
And now the craft category for program host moderator. Here are the nominees.
For our holiday
Matt
surprise,
Chambers.
we are introducing you
Surprise
to
Squad, a beautiful miracle, KMOV.
Fiona is a beautiful miracle.
Matt Chambers, Surprise Squad, Back to School, KMOV.
Clint Schaefer, Around the Farm, Field of Dreams Edition, Cool Fire.
And the Emmy goes to Matt Chambers, Surprise Squad, A Beautiful Miracle, KMOV.
For our holiday surprise, we are introducing you to a very special family. Fiona is a beautiful miracle, born with unimaginable health challenges. Her mom, Tanja, a cancer survivor, calls Fiona her magical angel.
Congrats to Matt Chambers, the only winner who also lost. And now for arts or entertainment news.
MIZ to NYC, KOMU.
Hippie vibes on I-35, KSHB.
Sister Rosella Tharpe, the godmother of rock and roll, KTHV.
And the Emmy goes to MIZ to NYC, KOMU.
You typically hear them before you see them.
then it's hard to take your eyes off this sea of black and gold. A crowd favorite, marching.
For excellence in arts and entertainment short-form content up to 10 minutes, our nominees are Living St. Louis, Royce Martin, 9 PBS. Living St. Louis, Central Print, 9 PBS. The animated works of Marlon West, HEC. Make Your Mark, Story Track. Creatives Behind the Art of the Knife, HEC. Relieve, STL.org and 9 PBS. And the Emmy goes to the animated works of Marlon West, HEC.
I'm Marlon West from Walt Disney Animation Studios. I'm currently a visual effects supervisor, but most of my career has been spent doing special effects animation. I've been fortunate to make a bunch of films like Frozen and Moana where effects were front and center. So I try to represent the people that
Our next category is for arts or entertainment long-form content. Our nominees are Common Chord, QC Music, KWQC. 1-9 Left, Kansas City, PBS. Blueberries Clubhouse, Campfire Tales, Arkansas, PBS. Raising Spirits, The Big Muddy Dance Company, Tree 9 Films. And the Emmy goes to Raising Spirits, The Big Muddy Dance Company, Tree 9 Films.
The thought of launching a new show is scary. It is a little overwhelming.
Next are the nominations for entertainment short-form content. Drawn In, Spartacus Escapes, Part 1, 9 PBS. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Kansas City Chiefs. Drawn In, Brave Hero, Part 2, 9 PBS. Snapshots, Norma Jean the Elephant, WQPT, Quad Cities PBS. Let's Take a Vacation, Arkansas, PBS. And the Emmy goes to Drawn In, Brave Hero Part 2, 9 PBS.
Amazing Andromeda has escaped from her comic in Lady Magnitude's Imaginarium and taken off to battle what...
Our next category is for documentary historical, and the nominees are History Reborn, the restoration of the Illinois Old State Capitol, the Storyteller Studios. An Infantryman from Hero Street, Fourth Wall Films. First River, West Creative Group. Snapshots, Your Dutch Friend, WQPT, Quad Cities PBS. Winemaking in Missouri, a well-cultivated history, Tastemakers. And the Emmy goes to Snapshots, Your Dutch Friend, WQPT, Quad Cities PBS.
13 miles northwest of Burlington, Iowa, sits a small rural town called Danville. The population at the turn of the century was barely 200 people. Into this small village,
This next category recognizes excellence in a cultural documentary, and the nominees are A New Home, Callio Productions; Standing Strong, Elizabeth Catlin, New Mile Media Arts; County Fair, WILL-TV; Head Over Heels, Remembering Wrestling at the Chase, 9 PBS; Dirt, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to A New Home, Callio Productions.
What happens is you have an older city that has older buildings, older infrastructure, certainly a high concentration of poor.
Once I dreamed that you were gone. I cried out trying to find you. I made the dream to fade away, and please awaken me. The night took a hold of my heart and left me with no one to follow. The love that I lost to the dark, I'll always remember, forever in my heart. Forever we will be, and even when you'll be hearing me.
And now for the Emmy in Morning Daytime Newscast Markets 50 Plus, our nominees are
KTHV.
and KLRT.
And the Emmy goes to KTHV.
This is winter weather coverage on Wake Up Central.
Roadways are going to be covered once again in the matter of
Our next award will be for Photographer News. The nominees are Randy Schwenker, KSDK; Chase Lucas, KSHP. And the Emmy goes to Chase Lucas, KSHP.
There are stories of give and take. This is a story of take.
I'm very upset.
And take. Thieves are taking advantage and taking catalytic converters at an alarming rate.
right here is an aftermarket converter.
Tom Hadley.
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Our next award will be for photographer, short form or long form content, and the nominees are Kevin Christensen, The Storyteller Studios; Chris Costello, The Storyteller Studios; Chris Costello, The Storyteller Studios; and Kevin Christensen, The Storyteller Studios. And the Emmy goes to Kevin Christensen, The Storyteller Studios.
My name is Julie Cowan, and I am a lithographer. I finally got interested in this idea of the connection of Lincoln's thoughts and mathematics.
I want it
Here are the nominees for the category of audio, live, or post-production. Dane Dickman, Rival Studios. Brent Johnson, Cool Fire Studios. Tracy Prince, Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Tracy Prince, Arkansas PBS.
You know, you have to realize that the soil is a living thing.
It's more than dirt. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. And when you start looking at it like that, it's easy to make these changes.
Moving on to excellence in directing, live or recorded live, and the nominees are Tom Mee, Bally Sports Midwest. Mike Pyle, Bally Sports Midwest. And Mike Pyle, Bally Sports Midwest. There's more than one nominated entry being recognized for excellence. Tom Mee, Bally Sports Midwest.
Albert lifts it in the air out to center. Going back, Reynolds at the wall. He's done it! He's done it! His final regular season home game, number 702.
And Mike Pyle, Bally Sports Midwest.
The two-game homestand wraps up for the Blues tonight as they welcome in the Eastern Conference Carolina Hurricanes to town. But tonight is more than just about hockey, as it is hockey fights.
Now the Emmy for Director, Short Form or Long Form Content, and our nominees are Joseph Pulio, Callio Productions. Corey Womack, Arkansas PBS. Eric White, Arkansas PBS. Chris Ryan, STL.org and 9 PBS. Levi A.G., Arkansas PBS. And the Emmy goes to Corey Womack, Arkansas PBS.
Blueberries Clubhouse, Blueberries Clubhouse, Blueberries Clubhouse. Join us in the clubhouse where everyone has a view of all the wonderful things to do.
Once I hiked in Ozark Valley. At home,
This next category is for Public Affairs Program, and the nominees are State of Change, WILL-TV, The Gun Conundrum, English Landing Films, Living St. Louis Special, Kids, Families, and Mental Health, 9 PBS, Won't You Feed My Neighbor? And tonight we have 2 winners in this category, English Landing Films.
For many Americans, life can change in an instant.
In this community, it's actually the norm to hear gun violence.
We found a receipt for the gun after we lost.
In this film, we'll look at the cost of rising gun violence in America.
Happy 4th of July. I'll never stop wishing you were back here with me.
The homicide.
And 9 PBS.
Mental well-being, the state of viewing life in positive terms and feeling good about it, has been tough to maintain during the pandemic, especially for teachers, students, and their families.
If mom and dad aren't okay, the kiddos aren't okay.
Tonight we explore the challenges teachers and families have faced while navigating life through these uncertain times and solutions to support their mental well-being on this Living St. Louis special.
Next up, the nominees for Crime or Justice News Story. Cold Case, Who Killed Gail Vaught? KNWA. Fox 16 Investigates, What Went Wrong? KARK. Lawsuit alleges unlawful traffic stops, WDAF. Doing Life, Lamar Johnson, KCTV. KMBC9 investigates unsolved cases, KMBC. Tracker Tragedy, KSHB. Going 360, catalytic converter thefts, KSHB. Coach Sex Investigation, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to Tracker Tragedy, KSHB.
Imagine someone knowing your every move, where you live, where you work, and who you visit.
We all lost here, we really did.
While the case is now closed.
It hadn't been forgotten, Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? It hadn't been forgotten, Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
And now politics or government for a news story, and the nominees are Bullets Blast in Backyard, KMOV. Democracy in Action, Securing the Vote, KSHB. Political Prescriptions, KSHB. Where's the transparency, Sheriff? KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Democracy in Action, Securing the Vote, KSHB.
Pickup day. It's a process most people don't get to see up close.
Precinct 13.
Election workers.
There's plenty of room back here.
Behind the scenes, taking care of every detail.
Our next category is politics, government, short-form content, and the nominees are What's the Deal with Kansas Cannabis Laws? Kansas City PBS. Dirt Road Democrat, Kansas City PBS. And the Emmy goes to What's the Deal with Kansas Cannabis Laws? Kansas City PBS.
I mean, I think it's really important to take it all the way back to when this started.
It all stemmed.
And now the nominees for politics, government, long-form content. Activism in Kansas City, Flatland in Focus, Kansas City PBS. Presidential Libraries, Museums, and More, KPLR. Presidential Libraries, Museums, and More, FDR, KPLR. And the Emmy goes to Activism in Kansas City, Kansas City PBS.
Often I think that the system we're living in overinflates the importance of voting in order to dissuade us from doing other things that are more confrontational and potentially have more impact.
Oh, thank you so much. Y'all do such great things for the community. Oh,
What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this?
For journalistic enterprise, here are the nominees. Mark Maxwell, Ann Allred, Tom Stasiak, Sonia Potter, and Greg Miller. Searching for Solutions, KSDK. Matt Fleener. Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 investigates, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to Matt Fleener, KMBC.
But he's got my number, so he knows who's texting. The NTSB could make conclusions how or if crossing gates could have saved lives in this case. Mike Spencer's
Here are tonight's nominees for multimedia journalists. Stephen Harris, Steve Stories, KMOV. Nathan Vickers, Vix Picks, KCTV. And the Emmy goes to Stephen Harris, KMOV.
Well, let's be honest, not many people like it this hot. It also means TV reporters doing demonstrations. So I grabbed the usual suspects. Egg, pancake, chocolate chips, popsicle. Things you know won't fare well in this brutal heat. Even threw some bacon.
Now the nominees in the category of societal concerns news. Summer camp becomes parents' worst nightmare, KMOV. Opting out, KCTV. KC for Ukraine, WDAF. KMBC9 investigates deadly fentanyl, KMBC. The deadly 11-minute shortcut, KSLA. Almost Triage, combating fentanyl use by KC Teens, KSHB. Forgotten by Law, unseen impacts of abortion ban, KTHB. And we have two winners in this category, KSHB.
We all want to write our own destiny. It turns out trace amounts of a deadly drug is erasing many futures. Fentanyl is sweeping across the metro, and it's local law enforcement's #1 priority.
It doesn't discriminate what zip code you live in, it's here.
WDAF.
But if you know where to look, hope is there, and it's coming from a Lenexa organization.
I feel like I should still be there and still be doing something.
Emily Schmidt was on the ground at a number of border crossings as Ukrainian refugees sought safety in Romania, Moldova, and Poland.
I think for me, the most impactful images are of some of the elderly people who
These are the nominees for Societal Concerns short-form content. Rosati Kane, New Horizons, HEC. Lexi's Recovery, Discovering Self-Worth Through Art, Story Track. Faces Not Forgotten. And the Emmy goes to Lexi's Recovery, Story Track.
Making empty promises and stopped breaking my promises to my sister. And I eventually outcasted my
Monday warrior, me strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, me pride.
Next, the category of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion News. Our nominees are Fully Accessible Playground Proposal, KMBC. The Unsolved Transgender Homicides, KSLA. Black student athlete forced to remove hair beads, KSDK. Inequity in Care, The Repair Project, KSHB. League of Her Own, KLRT. And the Emmy goes to KSDK.
Diamond Slim was disqualified, but not because there was something wrong with the exercise. It was disqualified because she had beads in her hair.
After she said you can't have the beads in, they say you can't have the beads in. They're going to disqualify you if you don't get them out by the next lift. I started crying. I felt really hurt.
The judges let her get onto the platform with them in, let her do the lift, and then tell her that she's qualified.
And now here are the nominees for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion short-form content. We are still here, remembering Cherokee Removal, Missouri Humanities. Shankman St. Louis, some of my best friends are Reunion. HEC, the missing face of cancer research, Medical News Network, University of Kansas Health System. And the Emmy goes to Shankman St. Louis, HEC.
When Some of My Best Friends Are opened in 1989, it predated everything from marriage equality to Don't Ask, Don't Tell. It was, however, during the depth of the AIDS crisis and the 20th anniversary of the Stonewall Rebellion, credited with starting the LGBTQ+ civil rights movement.
It's like nutrition for us.
And now the category for community service. We had one nomination. And then the Emmy goes to Kevin Holmes, KSHB 41, Gift of Soul, KSHB.
By show of hands, how many people have seen a peer or classmate be bullied?
Next are the nominations for News Promotion, Single Spot. Together, KMBC. Today in St. Louis, Weather First Alt, KSTK. Unsolved, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to Today in St. Louis, Weather First Alt, KSTK.
At Today in St. Louis, we put weather first. So you're the first to know. We're up early with the local weather coverage.
Deep inside like my heart's in a stab alone, in a sharp and painful that I may never say.
In the category of News Promotion, Campaign, or Image, here are the nominees. Leading the Way, KMBC. Myth versus Fact, WAND. 75th Anniversary Vignettes, KSDK. KOLR News, both sides of the story, KOLR. Back to Class with KSHB 41, KSHB. Fox 4 Chiefs coverage, Coach Andy, WDAF. We have two winners in this category tonight, KOLR.
Something from one angle, it seems clear what's going on. But when you see it from another angle...
God, Becky, look at her. She was in the backyard saying it was a little past 9.
And KSHB.
All right, class, here's your pop quiz. What are the main reasons people watch local news in the morning? Lindsay, an accurate forecast to help them plan their day. Great.
Breaking news from overnight.
And safety alerts. That's right. What are the main reasons people are late for work? Traffic. Correct. And how do we help? Alternate routes and drive times. Excellent. True or false? The KSC...
Our next category is Program Promotion, Single Spot. Our nominees are Fox 4 Kansas City Image, WDAF. Kelly's Story, The Lazarus Effect Teaser, St. Luke's. County Fair, Release Trailer, WILL. Contaminated, KMOV. And the Emmy goes to Kelly's Story, The Lazarus Effect Teaser, St. Luke's.
I didn't realize how dire it was.
She just kind of looked at me and...
No fighting. No fighting. No fighting. Shakira, Shakira. I never really knew that she could dance like this. She make a man wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama?
The next category is Program Promotion, Image Promotion, or Promotional Campaign, and our nominees are KSHB 41 celebrates Black History Month, KSHB. Picture This, Kansas City PBS. The Jeopardy Effect, WAND. And the Emmy goes to KSHB.
If you ask any native Kansas Cityan where they're from, they will always say, born and raised, and they'll sing it a little bit. And it's just like, man, this community loves their city. They will rock it on their shirts. It's in businesses, it's in the food, it's in the culture. It has...
Tonight, wonderful things are about to happen. All of your wildest dreams are about to...
And now the Emmy for Public Service Announcement, Single Spot, or Campaign. And our nominees are Dog Poop Spreads Disease, MSD Project Clear. Celebrating Father's Day, KSHB. Stop, Lock, and Drop It, PSA, Breaking the 180. United Way of Greater St. Louis 2022 Campaign, Once Films. And the Emmy goes to Celebrating Father's Day, KSHB.
Oh, I was going to Miami. Boy, my arm's tired.
How y'all doing? What do you call a line of guys in Kansas City?
Waiting for a haircut.
This thing on?
You call it a barber
Q.
Get it? Barber Q.
Tough crowd.
You know, I am a dad. Love a good dad joke.
This is LA.
For a commercial single spot, our nominees are Rituals, the 2023 playoff campaign, Kansas City Chiefs. Missouri Division of Tourism, Cool Fire Studios. First Day, Mercy Experience Studio and 90 West. Boundless Imagination, SSM Health. Costume Diner Rores at the St. Louis Zoo, Advertising Savants. And the Emmy goes to Costume Diner Rores at the St. Louis Zoo, Advertising Savants.
I've loved dinosaurs my whole life. They're strong and big and smart. If I could spend a day anywhere, it would be here at Dinosaurus. I'm not exactly sure where my love of dinosaurs comes from. Probably my dad. The bigger and better Dinosaurus. Now open only at the St. Louis Zoo.
And now the nominees for commercial campaign. Soccer Capital of America campaign, Sporting KC. Dearburgs, from our store to your door, Cool Fire Studios. Only, St. Louis Children's Hospital. Shriners Children's Watch Me TV campaign, BAM Marketing Agency. And the Emmy goes to Only, St. Louis Children's Hospital.
Some of the world's most important pediatric breakthroughs are only happening at St. Louis Children's Hospital, the only place where Washington University physicians have gathered from across the globe, discovering and developing life-changing treatments for kids. Only St. Louis Children's Hospital is ranked #1 in Missouri and among the best in the entire nation. Only for one reason, providing the best care for kids in St. Louis and around the world. Only St. Louis Children's.
And now for the category of branded content, short-form content, the nominees are, here we go, SLU Basketball Intro Video, Rival Studios. Lowen's Fight, St. Louis Children's Hospital. Cool Careers, Pilot, New Boston Creative Group. STL Athletic Center, 24 Frames, Inc. Your Body is a Sewer, MSD Project Clear. Crosslines Community Outreach, Geared Up Films, LLC. And the Emmy goes to Lowen's Fight, St. Louis Children's Hospital.
We have two girls, Avon and Lowen. Avon is almost 9 and Lowen is almost 5. To know Lowen is to love her. She is just so wild and fun and just marches to the own beat of her drum.
St. Louis Children's Hospital is the only hospital in this region that provides all of those services for children.
And now for the category of branded content, long-form content, the nominees are Offering Hope, Washington University. Work to Win, presented by AirShare, Kansas City Chiefs. Slew Care, KMOV. Cleared for takeoff, the KC Garmin Airshow Preview, KMBC. Shriners Children's Miracles, Magic, and Milestones TV Special, BAM Marketing Agency. And the Emmy goes to BAM Marketing Agency.
Welcome to Miracles, Magic, and Milestones. We are about to meet some incredible kids and hear their stories as we celebrate 100 years of world-class medical care at Shriners Children's. Shriners Children's opened their first facility in 1922, originally to treat children suffering from polio. Today, the healthcare system has expanded to treat children with orthopedic conditions.
His students call him Coach. For a decade, Dave Davis was the head baseball coach at Hillcrest High School in Springfield, Missouri. The Hornets were state champs in 1988. Then Coach started a new team with 65 students, 1 camera,
this one,
1 TV, and 1 VCR. The first episode of HTV Magazine aired in the fall of 1989.
We won't always look as polished as you or we would prefer, but along the way, we hope to strike a nerve here and there.
Why don't we turn it off for a minute?
Crack a smile or two.
I don't know.
And reveal our genuine desire to get in touch with the world around us.
More than 3 decades have passed since that first broadcast, and while the students and equipment have changed, the show has always had one focus: to tell stories by teens, for teens. His current staff is under deadline for HTV Magazine number 271. The show has the national record for student broadcast pacemakers, the national record for Robert F. Kennedy High School Journalism Awards, 9 Excellence Awards from the Student Television Network, 33 NATAS Mid-America Chapter Student Production Awards, and 4 National Student Awards from the Television Academy. He is the founder and director of the Academy of Scholastic Broadcasting's National Workshop for Video Teachers, which began in the summer of 2000 and has trained hundreds of media teachers from 49 states and 5 foreign countries. But perhaps his greatest impact is on the lives of his current and former students. Coach Davis has influenced and launched the careers of countless journalists and visual storytellers by instilling a rare blend of contagious curiosity and grounded skepticism that is essential for telling great stories. Congratulations to Dave Davis on his induction into the 2023 Mid-America Emmy Silver Circle.
As you guys can tell, I'm not Dave Davis, and no, this isn't some posthumous award acceptance. I can assure you he's still very much alive and well, and had the same chicken and steak we just had. I'm actually an alumnus of Coach's freshman English class in the late 1980s, and I'm so grateful to be here tonight to celebrate a man who literally changed my life with his work. My name is Dan Arnold, and the journalism journey he began back in 1989, starting HTV, is the first step of my journey too. Today I have the privilege of walking into 30 Rock to lead a team of more than 100 journalists who produce the news programming on MSNBC. During the past 2 decades, I've worked with some of our industry's biggest names: Peter Jennings, Diane Sawyer, Charlie Gibson, Lester Holt, and Andrea Mitchell. Those people are icons who helped shape my journalism, but the foundation of my work was laid by the man we are honoring tonight. With no money and no cameras and no experience, he and a group of kids built a broadcast journalism program that is one of the most honored in the United States. Coach Davis taught us about doggedly pursuing truth, how to pitch a story that lands with authenticity and impact, how to write well, and that we could change the world by revealing things an audience either doesn't see or doesn't want to see. His newsroom, and it is a newsroom, does stories that national networks would be proud to put on the air. His reporters tackle some of the toughest issues teens and the families of Springfield, Missouri deal with every day: alcohol and drug abuse,
civil rights and immigration, guns and sexual assault. They also take time to have fun too. You might think his ultimate success is measured by the number of his students who have gone on to work in local and national media, but I'd respectfully disagree. The real value of Dave Davis's work are the thousands of his students who today are preachers and pilots, factory workers and financial professionals, mechanics and stay-at-home moms. Why is that his most valuable contribution to journalism? It's because those people learned from him what it is all about. They have seen the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to produce a package on deadline. They experienced firsthand the difficulty of convincing someone to sit in front of a camera and answer questions that might be difficult. Because of his vision and hard work, that army of HTVers know why the First Amendment and a free press are a vital part of the foundation of our democracy. And that is why I am so proud to be here tonight, representing all of his students as he receives the Mid-America Emmys Silver Circle Award. My colleague, my friend, and most importantly, my teacher, Dave Davis.
Thank you, Dan. Nothing to live up to now. It's been a long night. I've had faculty meetings that were longer, but it's been a long night. Thank you very much. I mean, I didn't know he was coming. I didn't know he was speaking, but I'm going to plot ahead. I wrote some stuff, so let's do this. Thank you very much is important for me to say because that's the theme of my short speech here. Thank you. Thank you to the Board of Governors, to the ones who nominated me, Steve, William, and Jayla. I really can't believe I'm up here in this room full of so many amazing professional journalists. Lately, we public school teachers are catching up with you as mistrusted members of society. But like you, we carry on. I must say thank you to the people, first of all, at KY3, who through the years helped me learn about broadcasting because I had never done it before. And then I started teaching it. Hyler Cooper, Steve Woodall, Michelle West, Marcy Burdick, Tiffany Bomarito, Jerry Jacob, and of course, Steve Grant and Lisa Rose. They've all had a huge impact on me and on our program. So is Joy Robertson, I want to mention, who was at Color 10 for so many years, couldn't be here tonight. There is one more person at KY3 who speaks especially to my heart. Ashley Reynolds, your journey has been amazing. I've always admired how much you've persevered to become the amazing reporter that you are, and you are always there when I call or text. I'm honored you're a member of our HTV Hall of Fame. Thank you to everyone at Hillcrest High School. Hillcrest High School's been my home for 41 years. I'd like to thank everybody there for their support for our broadcast program. We can be a pain in the neck, you know. I realize that, but it's all worked out well, all things considered. Special thank you to the kids in our first broadcast classes 35 years ago. That includes Dan Arnold, of course. They were the ones that were committed to telling stories by teens, for teens, and HTV Magazine has kept that teen voice ever since. And it is a thrill for me to have Dan here and a couple more of my valued alumni, Ray Snowball and Valerie Poindexter, are here, and I just can't, it means so much more tonight to see them on this occasion. Thank you to the administrators who surprisingly had our backs through the years. A special shout out to Dr. John Laurie, who greenlighted a broadcast journalism class when I pitched it to him in 1988 while I was at home recovering from knee surgery. I had no idea what I was getting into. Thank you to all my students who have tackled every dicey, edgy topic you can think of. There are journalism teachers who get fired every year in this country because their kids push the envelope. HTV ripped that envelope open and danced on it from our very first show. We have a table of HTVers here tonight, and they represent the hundreds of past broadcast students at our school who, just like them, make me so proud for their hard work and dedication. Thank you to my wife, Martha, who was a baseball widow when I was coaching, and she thought that was bad. Then she became the HTV widow when I started teaching broadcasting. All those nights I had to stay late. We got to finish one more story. And she was at home taking care of our daughters, Jenny and Lindsay. She's really the best person I know. Those daughters have grown up to make us both so very proud. And they're both a lot smarter than me, and I'm okay with that. Martha and I are so lucky to have lived long enough to have two perfect grandkids, Vivian and Elliot. They always make my days better, even when my Cardinals are playing terrible. Thank you to my mom and dad, my very first teachers, who are now 86 years old. We see them often. I continue to learn from them all the time. I know my late brother Alan would be teasing me a little bit tonight about my fancy suit and tie. One last thank you. 2 years ago, Jayla Burris, who is working backstage tonight, won our 10th Robert F. Kennedy High School Journalism Award. An article about her with quotes from me was posted on our local newspaper's website. About 2 weeks later, at 10 o'clock one night, my cell phone rings. And I don't recognize the number, but I answer it. And the man on the other end says, "So do you recognize this voice?" I did not recognize the voice. There was something sort of familiar about it, but I really didn't recognize it. He talks a little longer, and I just couldn't figure out who it was. And he said, "It's your old journalism teacher, Rich Williams." I was stunned. My high school journalism teacher, the man who inspired us to write stories that got him called onto the carpet on a regular basis throughout my senior year, called to tell me congratulations on Jayla's award and to say how proud he was of me. I had not heard his voice in 45 years. He never knew he was the inspiration for my career. After our conversation that night, he knew. So I now leave you with your assignment. Every person in this room can think of that one teacher who made a difference in your life. There may be many who did, but there's always that one who really pushed you, who cheered you on, but held you accountable. The one who helped make you who you are today. So find them, send them an email or a note. If they're no longer with us, find their spouse or their kids. Reach out. You're journalists, for crying out loud. Do some research. Simply tell them thanks or that you remember, because believe me, that's the best paycheck any high school teacher will ever receive. Any teacher will ever receive. Thank you.
Where it began.
Please have a seat, please.
I can't begin.
Let's keep the music going a little bit.
But then
I like it. While it's going, may I say it was very special to watch Dave get that award. I also am a Hillcrest High School alumnus. I was taught by him. I know there are other Hillcrest High School people here tonight. I was a Hillcrest Highlander in the Drum and Bugle Corps. I was also in the marching band. Very exciting. So that was really emotional for me. Is it silly that I cried for him
No,
instead of myself?
That's great.
I guess it'd be bad if I cried for myself.
We're almost there.
Jeff really wants to sing the chorus, so we want you to sing with us.
Good times never seem so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I've been inclined to believe that never was.
Thanks, Dad. All right. Keep it moving. And now for the nominees in the evening newscast category, markets 50 to 99.
THV 11, news at 6, Little Rock plane crash, KTHV.
KARK 4 news at 5 p.m. Little Rock plane crash, KARK.
August 22nd, Crawford County Violent Arrest, KFSM.
And the Emmy goes to KARK 4 News at 5 p.m. Little Rock plane crash. KARK.
Countdown for local news that matters. This is KARK 4 News at 5.
We're glad you're joining us this evening.
And here are the nominations in the craft category of sports anchor.
Frank Cusimano, KSDK.
Chip Carey, Cardinals play-by-play announcer, Bally Sports Midwest.
Brooke Grimsley, KMOV.
Scott Reese, KCTV.
Harold Kuntz, WDAF.
And the Emmy goes to Scott Reese, KCTV.
Hey everybody, welcome to KC Sports Tonight, powered as always by NFM. I'm Scott Reese.
And now the Emmy nominations for Sports Story News. Esports, KSHB. Little League Hug, KSDK. Gibson Jimerson, KSDK. Remarkable Women, Lori Atkins, KNWA. Playing with a Purpose, KARK. And the Emmy goes to Little League Hug, KSDK.
It's time for fall ball in Springdale, Arkansas.
How are you, man? Yeah, thanks for playing with us.
And baseball's second season brings together some first-time teammates. Isaiah Jarvis and Caden Shelton have never played on the same team.
Sox out 3, 1, 2, 3, Sox.
In fact, they're not even from the same state.
Caden, be ready. He hits it hard.
But recently, an unexpected moment created an unexpected...
Now the Emmy nominations for Sports Story, Short Form. L'Jarius Sneed, Kansas City Chiefs. One and only Kanan Sandy, Arkansas PBS. Sport Traits, Behind the Lens, Arkansas PBS. Before the Kingdom, Trey Smith, Kansas City Chiefs. The Last Inning, Once in a Lifetime, St. Louis Cardinals. And the Emmy goes to one and only Kanan Sandy, Arkansas PBS.
To the 50-yard line as we call the Hogs with the Hogs number 1 fan, Kanan Sandy.
Who is Kanan Sandy?
Boom, Pink Sweet, face it back. The Hogs!
Kanan, he's just a champion.
It's 100 miles an hour wherever he is, you know.
His enthusiasm is contagious.
He's
Our next Emmy is for Live Sporting Events Games. The nominees are Royals Salute to the Negro Leagues, Bally Sports Kansas City. Chiefs Preseason Week 3, Kansas City Chiefs. Cardinals versus Brewers, Bally Sports Midwest. Cardinals versus Cubs, Bally Sports Midwest. And the Emmy goes to Royals Salute the Negro Leagues, Bally Sports Kansas City.
And the two teams today will be wearing the uniforms of the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. Jackie Robinson won a World Series with them, and the 1945 Kansas City Monarchs. There's a lot to celebrate here tonight. There's a...
And now on to sports program, post-produced or edited. And the nominees are 100 Seasons of Arkansas Basketball Series, Sport and Story. The Franchise, Kansas City Chiefs. Cardinals Insider, Season 7, Episode 17, St. Louis Cardinals. And the Emmy goes to The Franchise, Kansas City Chiefs.
They pray for the day that I lose it. God gave me the power to use it. It may wait in a while, but I'm on time.
To see that guys can step up from every position and go out there and win football games, that's going to be what we need.
Take no days off, can't
In the category of Sports One-Time Special, the nominees are St. Louis Blues Season Preview Show, Valley Sports Midwest. Cardinals 2023 Season Preview, Valley Sports Midwest. Do You Believe in Fairy Tales? Sport and Story. Cardinals Conversations, KSDK. And we have two winners receiving an Emmy tonight. Sport and Story.
The 97-98 Lady Razorback basketball team is probably the most improbable squad that you would have thought would made the Final Four.
If you would have told me we were going to make it to the Final Four, I would have said I'd take it in a heartbeat.
And KSDK.
I'm doing an interview. Barney, after bouncing around from with the 21 clubs in 18 years, or 18 clubs in 21 years, is there a real challenge to prove that you can do it again?
The Redbirds have done it.
Here are the nominations for a live sports program. St. Louis Blues pregame show, Blues Hall of Fame special, Valley Sports Midwest. Chiefs Field Pass AFC Championship, Kansas City Chiefs. 2022 Cardinals opening day pregame, Valley Sports Midwest. Royals pregame Hall of Fame, Valley Sports Kansas City. And the Emmy goes to Royals pregame Hall of Fame, Valley Sports, Kansas City.
Greetings from the heart of America. A sunny and sweaty Sunday afternoon at Kauffman Stadium.
Buck O'Neil loved Kansas City, and Kansas City loved him back. And it was just that, a love.
Our next category is for promotion sports. The nominees are Bring It Home, AFC Championship Tune-In, Kansas City Chiefs. All together now, St. Louis Blues Open, Rival Studios. Here We Go, Salou Basketball Intro Video, Rival Studios. KSHB 41, the soundtrack for the Chiefs season, KSHB. And the Emmy goes to Bring It Home, the Kansas City Chiefs.
This season, we faced adversity with resilience, overcame the crushing weight of expectations, and reminded everybody what the Kansas City Chiefs are all about. All to end up right back where we wanted to be.
Kansas City playing for the AFC Championship.
Is Religion News Stories. Here are the nominees. God, Family, Football, KSLA. Out of the Pulpit, Under the Radar, KMOV. Easton's Miracle, KTBS. The Future of Houses of Worship, Post-COVID. And the Emmy goes to Easton's Miracle, KTBS.
The perfect house, the perfect family, the perfect life. But then the storm.
The next category is religion short-form content, and the nominees are Train Up a Child, 24 Frames Inc., and From Prison to the Pulpit, the John Elred Story. And the Emmy goes to From Prison to the Pulpit, KY3 KSPR.
The sign that hangs above the entrance at Freedom City Church reads, "Welcome felons, junkies, and saints." Going from a prison cell to the pulpit, he now leads a new movement.
And now the category for health or medical news, and our nominees are 99 Days of Heaven and Counting, KSLA. Unable to Communicate, KARK. Tough Like Teddy, KFVS. Surgery Gone Wrong, KSDK. Father and Daughter Surgeons, KSDK. And the Emmy goes to 99 Days of Heaven and Counting, KSLA.
It's exciting having everybody back together, but for such an occasion.
Exciting. In a moment, these nurses clearly expected to bring back a lot of emotions when the Robertson family began their walk down.
Next, the nominations for health or medical short-form content, and our nominees are A Mom Gives Life Again, the University of Kansas Health System, Ninja Cat Productions. Love is Kind, Medical News Network, the University of Kansas Health Systems. The Science of Blues Hockey, Making a Player into a Legend, Cool Fire. Kelly's Story, The Lazarus Effect, St. Luke's. What is DN2? The groundbreaking Alzheimer's research, Story Track. Elena Day, Orange Hat Films. Wish Center, Once Films. And the Emmy goes to The Science of Blues Hockey, Making a Player into a Legend. Cool Fire.
This is the science of St. Louis Blues hockey. The Blues have one of the fastest players in the league in Jordan.
And now, the Emmy for Historical Cultural News Story. Our nominees are Get Out of Dodge, KARK. Howell's World War II Service, KOMU. New Talent, Old Joplin House, KSDK. Fox 16, Jet and Ebony Saving Their Stories, KLRT. The Broken Promise of Urban Renewal, KMOV. Inside Disney's KC Studio, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to Inside Disney's KC Studio, KMBC.
A name that stuck. It turned the page in Disney's life, drawing a new picture for him in Hollywood. Now Butch is looking to add color to an old outline.
My vision for it is to be not just an historic site.
We're honored to present the Emmy for Historical Cultural Short-Form Content, and our nominees are Never Forget, 24 Frames Incorporated. Vinyl Breaks a Record, Spencer Films. Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame, Arkansas PBS. Let Them Ring, Bells, Past and Present, HEC. Shankman St. Louis, Happy Anniversary, Blueberry Hill, HEC. And the Emmy goes to Never Forget, 24 Frames Incorporated.
We've always seen trains as benign and exciting. They would bring my
And now, the category of human interest news. Our nominees are Life Outside the Barbed Wire, KSHB. A Friend for Christian, KMOV. All in the Spears Family, KSLA. Against All Odds, KSHB. The Aiden Show, KTVI. Boys in the Band, WDAF. Building Accessibility in Rural Illinois, WAND. And the Emmy goes to Life Outside the Barbed Wire, KSHB.
He spent most of his life in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Now, a year later, Kevin Strickland is experiencing moments he missed while locked up. He attended a family reunion, took a plane to Florida for the first time, and has been honored in multiple ways.
Kevin Strickland left behind a world of gray concrete and iron.
For human interest short-form content, our nominees are Torrey Krug Military Letter, St. Louis Blues. The Language of Form, STL.org and 9 PBS. Haley's Gratitude Story Track. Mitch Holthus Hall of Fame, Kansas City Chiefs. Go, Medical News Network, the University of Kansas Health System. John Beck Steele, STL.org and 9 PBS. And the Emmy goes to Haley's Gratitude Story Track.
It just completely made me.
For human interest, long-form content, these are the nominees. Living St. Louis Special, Jennifer Lewis, 9 PBS. Food is Love, Gourmet Soul, Dark Horse Cinematics. KMBC 9 Chronicle, Race for the River, KMBC. And the Emmy goes to KMBC 9 Chronicle, Race for the River, KMBC.
MR340, 2022.
This is not a sprint, this is a marathon.
The world's longest race.
And just the idea of paddling day and night across the state of Missouri sells itself.
Nominees for a news special. Chasing the Championship, KMBC. Honoring Black History, Sharing Our Stories, KLRT. Race, Listen, Learn, Live, Teens, KSDK. Sense of Security, Protecting Our Children, KAIT. And the Emmy goes to Race, Listen, Learn, Live, Teens, KSDK.
Being young and black in America. Dealing with racism.
There you go, Jay.
Finding the strength and support to rise above. Determined to live their best lives.
I use music to express my feelings and emotions.
Welcome to Race, Listen, Learn.
I hold in my hands the last few of the evening. Here we go. And now the category of evening newscast, markets 1 to 49. The nominees are
South City High School shooting, KMOV.
Deadly high school shooting, KSDK.
Leawood tornado, KSHB.
And the Emmy goes to South City High School shooting, KMOV.
In winner
came around the corner, the active shooter, he was right there with the gun pointed at me. And thank God that his gun had got jammed.
And it's just absurd that this happens over and over and over again. And we gotta change something in this country.
If you need...
Here are the nominees for Weather News.
Rock salt in the wound, KMOV.
Arkansas Storm Team coverage, Little Rock Metro Tornado, KARK.
Region 8 News wind tornado coverage, KAIT.
A flood of information, KMOV.
Fire and smoke, KTVI.
We have 2 nominations being recognized for excellence tonight. Our Emmys go to
Could have salted a little better, pre-treated it.
Rock Salt in the Wound, KMOV.
So many opinions on road conditions when winter storms hit.
But executing a game plan to tackle our toughest winter storms is not quite as easy as a lot of those Monday morning quarterbacks might have you believe.
Consider this. If you put down a liquid pre-treat before or during a powdery snow that's blowing and drifting, well...
I have now basically put
And the second winner in the same category is a flood of information, KMOV.
Average, but still, the amounts can vary a lot.
On July 26th, historic flash flooding absolutely pummeled St. Louis City and County, along with parts of St. Charles County. Roads were closed, vehicles submerged, Metrolink stations underwater. 2 people.
We feel like you guys have loosened up a little bit. You're loose enough to know about the after party. Be sure you go to the after party after this. Up the escalator, there's a level 2 steakhouse bar right there. Join us afterwards. 2 categories left. Let's go, Dana.
Here we go. Here are the nominees in the category of News Excellence for this year's Mid-America Emmy Awards.
Matt Wagoner, KSHB 41, A Voice for Everyone, KSHB.
Carol Fowler, Focused on You, KSDK.
Dan O'Donnell, KNBC, KCWE.
And Scott Diener, KMOV, 2022-2023 KMOV.
And the Emmy goes to Matt Wagoner, KSHB 41, A Voice for Everyone.
A real dynamic situation on that parking lot.
He looks a lot different now.
34 pounds.
He shed the weight and the wheelchair.
Sometimes even deadly consequences.
Keeps going. All right. This is our final one. Here we go. And finally, here are the nominees for the Emmy recognizing a station's overall excellence during the eligibility year.
Kathleen Choll, KSHB 41, A Voice for Everyone, KSHB.
J.D. Sosnoff, KMOV 2022-2023, KMOV.
Kirk Kruger, KTVI, Overall Excellence, KTVI.
Justin Antonio T. KMBC, KCWE, KMBC.
And the Emmy goes to Kathleen Choll, KSHB 41, A Voice for Everyone, KSHB.
KSHB 41 with instant results.
From Topeka to St. Louis.
Thank you. The Emmys raised more than $100,000 for Gift of Soul.
He's got a present, and I've got a present.
It's all for our season of Hope toy drive.
I saw your news.
All right. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations to all of you.
All the winners, all the nominees. To make sure we bring the formal ceremony to an early end so that we can all head to our NATAS Mid-America after party, where the first round of drinks will be on us tonight. By us, it's not
us.
It's like us.
Don't come to me and Jeff.
No,
but,
just generally.
Yeah.
Consider this your invitation to join us right now. Congratulations to all the winners and nominees. Jeff Oden, thank you so much.
Dana Powell, thank you for the honor.
Congrats. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Good night.